to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain fall.
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel. Beautiful fall Saturday afternoon of horse racing, brewing bourbon. But real quick, let's recap yesterday. Some big payouts yesterday, starting with the 20-cent Rainbow Pick Six. They took down the jackpot again. They hit it for a little over $7,500 yesterday in the Pick Six.
Yeah, we had some shorter prices in the mix, but bookends. Started it out with Shall Try for Rodney Jenkins.
You had that horse on top.
$17.
And gave out the early Pick Four.
Yes, and
nice.
the nightcap at Tombow.
Tombow
was around
for
$16 for Farrier. Came with a little loop and swoop move, about 5 wide to get it done over Pleadian. So you really take. They were all makeable horses.
Yep.
Great payout. Yeah.
All right, so congratulations if you had the Rainbow Pick Six here at Laurel for $7,500. The Stronach 5 yesterday, which turned into a Stronach 4 with the cancellation of Golden Gate Fields. That paid nice. That paid a little over, $3,100, $3,200 for the Stronach 5 yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, you were given a little bit of a free square. And
the first, the favored won that 2-year-old allowance race. Yeah, I kind of whiffed on that. I didn't. I just ignored that horse because of the antics he pulled last time.
Right.
He ducked out and lost the rider. I kind of ignored him. But Miguel Vera, the trainer, had him figured out yesterday. He ran big.
Wow, what a race! That track was, we had it rated good all day. I mean, Moisture stayed within that racetrack. If you want to call it wet fast, I guess you could kind of go there. I mean, the connotation is pretty similar, but some of the horses really took to it. The speed they got on the lead, they just kept on going. Right. That horse, went almost a little bit quicker than Colonel Sharp and the Something Awesome race.
But the track was drying out and it had to be faster later on in the afternoon than it was earlier, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, the times are strong, and I tell you, that horse right there. I mean, even on the gallop out, he just kept on chugging. And Vigorous.
Vigorous.
Yeah, very
strong. All right, so impressive allowance win for Invigorous yesterday. Let's get right to it today. We have the big Brewin' Bourbon Classic this afternoon here at Laurel Park. Come on out here if you like live horse racing, good craft beer, and some good bourbon. Well, Laurel Park is the place to be today. We have it starting at noon. Starts at 12 noon. First race post time 12:30. It goes all afternoon till 5 o'clock. Come on out here. You can get tickets right at the door. It's down there on the apron, same area as where all the Maryland Million tents are down there around the 16th pole. So we'll have a nice big crowd out here today for the Brewin' Bourbon Classic.
It's always been a great event. Gets bigger and better every year. Shutting down at 5. We're going to have to hustle down after the last race and get a little sample for ourselves.
All right, let's get right to it here. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We're all done the turf the rest of the year. No more turf here at Laurel Park, but we'll have a perfect fast track this afternoon. Let's see what the weather today. In the mid 40s, mostly cloudy, but no rain, no snow, so that's good. First race post time 12:30. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 is going to start the rolling Super High 5. That has a low 15% takeout. The Super High 5, little carryover in the opener, $1,817. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so they don't hit it here in race 1. That'll carry over to the second race. That has 7 horses. So Super High 5 starts in race 1. We also start the early pick 5 here in race 1. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout, and it's always a mandatory payout on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's take a look at the opener. A real nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, some well-bred 2-year-old fillies in here. We're going a mile on the main track, and I go with the favorite on top here. I think the 7 China Cat is going to be awfully tough here. 2-year-old filly by Justin Phillip for trainer Jeremiah Engelhardt, who's hitting at 47% here this fall meet. Engelhardt stabled here at Laurel Park now. He's here for the winter time, so that's a new powerful outfit right here in Maryland. Trevor McCarthy rides this filly. She had a nice rally last out against Maiden Special Weight, going 6 furlongs. They went quick that day, 10-1 for the 3/4, and China Cat a good second behind Olive Cat. I think China Cat's going to love to stretch out to a mile today.
Yeah, face the heavy heads up at Saratoga. A little bit of a relief last time. Breeding leans a little bit top side towards the sprint. Justin Phillip, pretty much kind of a stalking type. Bottom side, I went to the second dam, was pretty much all long on the grass. So I think this horse is going to be around a long, long way today at a shorter price. She'll come down off of that 5-1, what she is right now. And I think the one, Nightlife, my top selection, is going to hedge up a little bit. Looks to me like she could be the controlling speed. The blinkers go on. She's improved every start. Just faded a little bit late, did all the dirty work, where China Cat kind of sat the best of it last time out when these two met. Maybe the tables will be turned. I like Nightlife to go right to the front into Mischief with about 18% strike rate with the Routers, half the Big City Blues, a horse we've seen run around here that could carry the speed and battle it out on the front end going long. Firster, you got the Firster to the outside. We've got a stat for the 8 Luna Fortis for Arnold Delacar, for owner Mark Greer. These two have hooked up with some winners over the past couple years. But how about this? The last 5 years, another little bit of a small sampling, but just goes to show when they target races like this what these trainers can do. Delacar, 3 for 6 and 6 for 6 in the money with 2-year-old Firsters going long on the dirt. ROI of 353. This filly is a half to a runner that the owner had Mark Greer Lemonade Thursday, horse we've seen run around here. 1 for 3 going long, ran in the mid-80s. So, and also that horse when it started, I believe it was at Delaware in 2017, just missed going long in its debut. Delacour, awfully tough with these Firsters going long.
All right, and he's 20% with his first-time starters. He gets Daniel Centeno. You used the filly third. I use her in my exacta Luna Fortis. I think she'll get a good trip on the outside. She gets Lasix in debut. 7-8 the exacta for me. I didn't use the 1. I wasn't sure if Nightlife can get the 1 mile today, but the blinkers go on. She gets 5 pounds off with the Bug Boy, and you had the pedigree there that suggests that she can get the mile distance today. I went against my Nightlife. How about the 4 Super Escape? Well bet in debut against a tough Olive Cat Maiden Special Weight kind of field. Super Escape went off the favorite that day, and looks like this filly once longer, and the Medaglia d'Oro filly is going to get longer today. Pimentel rides for Trombetta, and blinkers go on, so I think we're going to see a much better effort today from the 4 Super Escape.
Yeah, has a sibling, a half-brother by Bernardini, who ran upwards in I think like a 93 or 94 buyer going long. The 5 Haven now for Jermo Dwyer, half to horse by the name of Weeks Off, an 8-time winner, 6 of those going long. Lasix on in debut. A couple of 2-year-old winning sibs as well for the 5 Haven now. An interesting little type of Jeremiah Dwyer doing all right.
And then you have the 6 Alpha, Awesome Alpha, Awesome again, filly, first-time starter for Corrales, homebred for Adina and Stronach. Been working well here at Laurel. Ricarda Chappie, she completes a nice, strong field here in the opener. Maiden Special Weight, 2-year-old fillies, nice 8-horse field to kick off that rolling super high 5 and the early pick 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 will start the early pick 4 in the second race. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 12,500. 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime. The conditions were both on the favorite here. The 5 Hidden Bamboo for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Claudio, what, another 2-win day yesterday? Seems like you almost
clockwork,
forget about it. It's like clockwork, And he gets his main go-to rider, Jomar Torres, on the 5 Hidden Bamboo. Beaten favorite at this level last out, but ran a good race and going 6 furlongs once again here today. He'll be on the engine. 3-year-old gelding by Runaway and Heidel. He'll be in front, see how far he can go.
Yeah, I mean, the main speed is to his inside, I believe, if it's going to factor in. Great Nation puts the blinkers on for Frock. Showed a good turn of foot at Timonium. I think has a little bit more in the tank too early. Hidden Bamboo may have to just sit outside of that one and go on with it. Going to be a short price. In no way really a slam dunk, but playing the percentages with this barn, it's hard to go by. Maybe a little upsetter here. They use underneath in the exactas. Maybe get up in time if a real duel develops. How about the 3? Uncle Ned, who drank. You use this horse in your trifectas in your top 3, Stan. The 2 back try Timonium, able to close a lot of ground. which is hard to do at Timonium. And that was a key race. Valadier came out of that race calculated, thinking it's going on to do well. I'll toss the race at Delaware with a little freshening. I think this race could fall right into the lap of the 3, Uncle Ned who drank.
All right, so we like the 3-5-7 on top. You said Great Nation blinkers on in the second race?
I thought it was. Did I originally have that? Or no? No, you're right. Blinkers on last time, Stan. I'm sorry. Second blinkers. Yeah, my bad. Second blinks.
Second time blinkers for the 2 Great Nation.
Yep.
All right, so we like the same 3 on top there in race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3, we're going a flat mile, claiming 25,000 filly mares 3 and up here in race 3. I have the 3 Moon Virginia on top, but we have a video spotlight. You like the 5, I like the 5. The 5's pretty enough. Your 9-5 morning line favorite here for Claudio Gonzalez. Here's the race last out for this 5-year-old mare, November 8th, against 2 other than Allowance Company here at Laurel.
Yeah, I picked this horse up, the 6-horse Chasing. Okay fractions when you really break it down. Legendary was on the front end dictating that afternoon, but no picnic. The favorite came with a steady run to get up. What I like, this horse drop back a little bit on the turn and keeps on churning to the wire down towards the inside. The 6-horse, very willing effort, stretching out against the field. Really, there's not a whole lot of pace in the race. So I think showing that heart at the 7 for a long distance, just a little bit more here this afternoon. Pretty enough's going to be around a long time. I mean, if she breaks cleanly, they may just opt to go right to the front. 3 Illusions, the 6 horses, another serious pace factor. But it would not surprise me. This is a kind of race, Stan, where one of these Hammy Smith horse might just wake up and you're like thinking, where's that form been? I've seen it year in and year out. Prevailing Party, Moon Virginia, both of them we know can get the distance one right. It wouldn't surprise me.
This was kind of a tricky race to handicap. It's an open 25,000 claimer. It's a little I think a little lower race than say a 2 other than.
Yes.
And so definitely lower than a 3 other than. So the 3 Moon Virginia, she's dropping from 3 other than Allowance Company into this open 25,000. So I think this 5-year-old mare by Jumpstart, who's a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park for Hammy Smith, I think she's going to get in a class relief today. So I just took a shot.
Sure.
She's 3 for 5 in the money at this distance. She gets McCarthy. She'll be coming late on the drop. The 3 Moon Virginia, my top pick.
Yeah, like I say, a little bit of a softer 25 when you really break it all down this afternoon. My top 6 is going to be the horses definitely in form right now, floating by. Dale has kind of got this horse running her best races. The Lasix has gone on. She can handle either surface. The 2-back try for Open 12.5, granted, was an off-the-turf race, but a pretty explosive effort. Went ahead and widened eagerly by 6 3/4. I know she can get the distance of ground. I think she's going to be able to keep this field within range. I don't think they're going to get too far away. Floating by, maybe to wear down pretty enough through the lane.
All right, yeah, it gets Weston Hamilton for Dale. They're 29% together, so I like the 2. We like some similar runners there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. You like the late pick 4 today. That starts race 6. I like the late pick 5. That starts in the 5th race. We'll take a look at that right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
Okay, welcome back here. We start the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 in race 4 today. No carryover. They hit it yesterday for a little over 7,500, so congratulations if you had it. It starts fresh today here in race 4. We also kick off the middle pick 4 in this race. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 2-year-old fillies in this race. I have the 14 on top. We have a video spotlight to show you of the 14 Flirtation Walk for trainer John Salzman Jr. Here's the race late October at this level right here at Laurel Park.
Highlighted that day in the brown and white silks for Bert Moberly. Kind of almost walked out of the gate. Broke a little slow, then was able to drop in and make a move. We're going to watch this one more time in a big gaudy field. Even a little bit of a steady right there, Stan, and it kind of was able to advance and really kind of made that move within herself to get up to contention. Shifted out, and I like this. This is just the heart, the final 1/8 of a mile this little filly shows, giving game chase to My Muchacha. That was the Corrales runner all the way to the wire, shortening up a little bit here, Dave, from 6 furlongs to 5.5. There is a lot of speed in this race, so she's going to need to break a little bit better. She doesn't want to be hung 4 and 5 wide around that turn.
Right, because you don't want to see her you don't want to see Yomar just take straight back and have to come from dead last turn of her own. So hopefully she can break a little sharp and have a nice stalking trip on the outside. We're both on the 14. We both like the 13 a little bit as well. You have Tri-Poker in your exacta. Blinkers on today for this filly trained by Tim Keefe.
Yeah, jam job, but McCarthy is back on. The blinkers go on. Debut, Little Miss Raylan. That was an Englehart runner. Ran pretty strong race that day. Tri-Poker was willing to the wire. I can see Trevor dropping right to the inside when the gates open, settle this horse. Hopefully a duel will develop up front, and this horse picks up the pieces. Kind of maybe an early but a last-ditch effort for Tri-Poker.
Now I go with the 4, Lucky Dilly in my exacta. Rosario Montanez on this filly for trainer Mario Saray. It's the first time in the Saray barn, and Saray's stabled in Maryland now. He's stabled over there at Pimlico. And this filly with a nice big work from the gate, 37-2 last Saturday at Pimlico. So maybe she's sitting on a big effort. She's run okay so far against cheap company, so not much of a drop today for the 4, Lucky Dilly.
No, there's a lot of ways to go. I mean, they say I think the 14 is going to take pretty much all the play, not all the play, but the majority of the play in this race. The rest of the field, I mean, you're just kind of scratching and clawing, just trying to find something.
Sure.
You've got a firster in here, the 12 weekends for work for John Robb. We know his career with 2-year-olds in the past strong. El Padrino, first out stallion there. We can get horses to win early. That mare, Weekends for Love, won her debut. Sprinting in Delaware, showed a lot of speed, was only 1 for 3 lifetime. I think might have run the Maryland Million races. So this is a filly certainly bred to win early.
All
That's
right,
the 12 weekends.
Gets the X-Man, so a nice big field here in race 4 to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. I like the late pick 5 today. No carryover. It paid well yesterday. Paid over $700, I believe, yesterday. The late pick 5 here at Laurel Park starts in race 5 with that industry low 12% takeout on the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look at my ticket here. Very affordable $30 play for the late pick 5 starting in race 5. I'm going to go 4 deep in race 5. That's a beaten nickel going 2 turns. I used a 1, 7, 8, 9. The 9's my top pick in there. Mountain Cry. First off the claim for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez, 7-2 on the 9, Mountain Cry, but I go 4 deep in race 5. Then I used a couple singles. Race 6, I single on the 5, Brahms Romp, 7-2 for Jamie Nass and Angel Suarez. Then race 7, a nice starter allowance. I single on Lacey Gaudette. She's 40% winners at the meet, and the 3 takedown, I think, in a nice spot today with Victor Carrasco. Okay. So I single on the 3 takedown. Then a nice allowance race for 2-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs, race 8. I go 3 deep there with the 1 Belial, the 3 Workaholic, and the 8 Olive Cat. And then race 9, a wide open claiming 16,003 and up, going 6 furlongs. I go 5 deep there with the 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. The 4 is my top pick, and their Joy Drive's going to be a popular favorite in there for Englehart, but I'll use 4 other runners as well. So $30 ticket for me in the late pick 5. Let's take a look at race 5. A mile and a 16th, claiming 5,003 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4. The conditions, I go with Claudio. First off the claim here, he's 33% with a positive ROI from a large sampling of horses. Mountain Cry, first off the claim for Claudio. Adrian Flores, a 7-pound apprentice, picks up the mount for Claudio. And the 6-year-old ran okay last out at this level back in mid-September, a decent third at this same level. Now it's been freshened up a couple months. First time in the Claudio barn. Some recent works here at Laurel Park look okay, and you get 7 pounds off with the Bugger. I'll go with the 9 Mountain Cry on top.
Yeah, I always thought Mountain Cry, last time he did the little flattening out move like I thought he would, to me seemed better off as a 1-run sprinter. They tried to stretch him out. Dangerous stat, no doubt, off the claim for Claudio. The one thing I did look at, usually his horses come back within 3 weeks, 4 weeks. This is a little bit of an extended period. And I went back and looked. I think he's only got 1 or 2 horses like this claimed, and then almost 2 months later, you see the horse. That's the question mark for the 9 Mountain Cry. I go inside with Promote. I think there's going to be plenty enough flow up front. You've got Junction with speed. I think Mountain Cry is fresh with the Bug Rider. Will be out forcing the issue. I think this horse dropping down, getting the condition. 2-back try. I know that was an off the turf race, but I'm Mr. Blue was an okay dirt horse. Yep. This horse will just be able to save ground every step of the way under Weston Hamilton and go ahead and roll on by late.
I like him. I use him on my pick 5. We both like the 8 as well here. Junction, second time in the Ricardo D'Angelo barn. Daniel Centeno on this 4-year-old. This horse 0 for 11 at Laurel Park, but has finished in the money 7 out of 11 times, and an okay third last out in the first start in the D'Angelo barn last out.
Yeah, this horse is fine. I mean, you know what he's going to do. If he breaks clean, he's going to be up or near the lead. He can dog it out for quite some time. If some of these horses are just tail off for him a little bit, yeah, he's your winner. I think he's the most consistent type, the most consistent runner in this group.
All right, let's turn the page here. You like the late pick 4. That starts in race 6 today. We're going a flat mile in race 6, claiming 5,000 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3 in race 6. And now there's your late pick 4 ticket. Let's check it out.
See if we can go back to back here. 3, 5, 7, 12 to get you started in race 6. The 3 is going to be my price user of the day, primarily here for Mario Soray. 7th race, 3 deep with the 1, 3, and 7. Scratch the 8, menacing out of race number 7. Race 8 with 3 deep. 1, 6, and 8 going to take a stand against the favorite coming in from Churchill. And in the 9th race, we're going to go ahead and single Engelhart. He looks to me like the most logical single along this stretch of races. Joy Drive with Trevor. Another one. He's just got the speed. He's got the heart. Iredell. I don't know where the speed's been for Iredell, Stan. Sure. I would figure he would factor in up front, but I think logically I'm going to kind of put it all on Trevor and Joy Drive.
All right, let's take a look here. Race 6 to kick off this late pick 4. We're going a flat mile, claiming 5,000 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3. My best bet of the day here, the 5, Brahms Romp, 7-2 here for trainer Jamie Ness, a 3-year-old who's won 3 times, going against older horses, never won 3. Angel Suarez will ride his horse. He's just missed the last couple starts at this level. Been running a good 65 buyer last out, 61 2 back. He'll get a nice stalking trip. He's 8 for 12 in the money here at Laurel Park. I'll go with the 5, Brahms Romp, on top here to kick off this late pick 4.
Late in the year as a 3-year-old, looks like he's hitting top stride right now. As you said, he's a 3-time winner against a lot of horses that have only won 2. I go towards the inside with a price user. Watch your words for Mario Soray. Javier Toledo picks up the mount out of a race at Delaware. Caught the 7 post that day. Was hung 5 wide every step against better horses. Back numbers previously for Soray, I think this horse works, can get a good stalking trip. I think this mile distance, this 1-turn mile is going to hit him right between the eyes, and you're going to get a price on him.
And you get Toledo at a nice price there on the 3. Watch your words. I use that horse a little bit. The 10 I use in my exact on the outside. High Society for Marilyn McMullen. Katie Davis on the 6-year-old. A good third comes out of the same Brahms Romp race last out. So I have Brahms Romp on top. I have to like the 10 High Society in my exacta.
Yeah, you've got a couple droppers in here as well. The 7 Supervision for Lynch. You've got McCarthy on that one. Lynch is 22% with these 50% droppers over the last couple of years. And you go outside. City Gold could be the controlling speed when you shake it all down. There is some speed to the inside with Smart to a T. But City Gold, my major question for him, does he like a little bit more moisture in the track? Right. There might still be some holding in there. But the attack move by Kieran, he's got a little fight in him. And look at those internals last time, 23-2, 46-3. Didn't really spit it till late. He'll be around a long way here. That's the 12 City Gold.
All right, so nice betting race in race 6. A big 13-horse field to kick off the late pick 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 7 to start the final pick 3 of the day here in race 7. A nice 25,000 starter allowance contest, 3 and up. Never won 3 are the conditions. We're going a flat mile. I have the 3 Takedown on top. You have the 1 on top, Sparty. Sure. We have a video spotlight of the 1 Sparty from late October right here at Laurel Park. That was against 25,000 starter allowance. 2 life going 7 furlongs and a nice win.
How about Sparty? Down about the 3 path with the white blinkers. The 4 that day gets headed here. Uno Dancer looks like a stone-cold winner in mid-stretch. But this horse resurgent to the inside under Alex Cintron, stretching out to get a little bit more ground today. He doesn't mind that. The trainer doesn't mind it either with his runners. Sprint to rallies 27% with a positive ROI. Sparty, once again, inside. He might break a little slow, as a lot of horses do from the inside post going a mile. I think he'll recover. The takedown may dog him a little bit, but this horse likes a little bit of a fight up front.
He's in good form. I used him in my exact, and that was a 2-life condition, so he's stepping up a little bit here. He's 5 for 6 in the money here at Laurel, the 1 Sparty, so you have to like him. I go with the 3 takedown. He was in a 3-life starter allowance last out, and is coming back to the races after having a few months off. They ran him in the Tessio and then a decent third in the Jimmy Murphy. They tried the Grade 3 Ohio Derby, then gave him a break, and I thought a decent comeback race, going 7 furlongs on a good track, and an okay 4th with a 76 buyer. Now second off the layoff, we're going a mile today. We get a fast track today. We get Victor Carrasco, Lacey Gaudet, red hot right now. So I'll go with the 3 takedown on top. I single on this horse on my pick 5 ticket.
Yeah, this is the Lacey Runner Stays. As we said before, scratch the 8 menacing out of race 7. I didn't really know what to do with Claudio's horse stretching back out, a little protect move, which is maybe a little indicator that they like this horse. Gets Carlos Carrasco. The 7 Tattooed. I remember this. I had this horse lined at like 20 or 30 to 1 in the Maryland Million Classic. Really hadn't run that fast comparatively to the group that he was in that day. But he opened up with a decent amount of play, and they stayed on him. Only 11 to 1 that day. Broke slowly, made a little bit of an early move, and then before flattening out, that's a useful try. You've got Trevor. Tattooed can make a run from the back, no doubt.
All right, let's turn the page here. Nice first level allowance contest here in race 8. First level allowance for 2-year-old fillies. Optional claiming 50,000. We're going 7 furlongs. We kick off the late daily double here in race 8. We have a video spotlight to show you. We both like the 1 Belial. Let's show you Belial's race from October 20th in the Maryland Million Lassie.
Yeah, pick him up, trying to work through traffic, and Trevor did a great job. Was down inside, was able to get to the rail around the 3/8 pole. You see the horse in the red cap with the shadow roll, swing out 5 or 6 wide upper stretch, just can't catch My Star Potential. It was 5-6 in front of the 8th pole, but the lead was dwindling. This horse finished up well. Boy, she's steadily improving as Belial, and if she gets a little bit of pace help up front, boy, that's going to help her chances. The extra furlong looks right up her alley, and I expect another sustainable run from her.
Yeah, gets Trevor McCarthy aboard for Cal Lynch. Cal Lynch having a big year with 2-year-olds, 24%, nice positive ROI, and even his son's 2-year-olds are running well. Charlie Lynch, the nice good third in that allowance race yesterday.
Yes.
So the 1 Belial has to overcome that dreaded 1 hole going 7 furlongs. That never helps any horse. I use the horse in my top 3. I have the 3 Workaholic, the favorite on top here for owner James McInvale and trainer Laura Wallers. This horse is going to be a heavy favorite here. Now, on the radio this morning with Dave Johnson and Dave Grenig, Dave Grenig was a little skeptical of this horse shipping up here from Kentucky. Wondered why the horse was coming up here from Kentucky. It was a big win against Maiden Special Weight at Keeneland last out. Instead of going against A Other Than Company down there, they come up here. Maybe the race didn't go down there. You never know what happened. Maybe they're trying to sell the horse up here. But I go with the 3 Workaholic on top.
Yeah, she did. She had one similar a few months back, right?
Sold one up here.
Yeah, and maybe this is the same thing is in order. No Lasix Workaholic will have to deal with some other pace pressures. Handled it at Churchill, at Keeneland, Indiana Downs. What, it's going to be the 5th different track? Has been able to handle every surface. So, yeah, the daughter of Spy Mesa looks all right. And that 3rd place finisher, Iris Reward, came back to run a lower 60 number in her next start. I go to the outside, though, with Olive Cat. I'm just going to toss the slop race. The 2-back try was really eye-catching when you shake it all down. Got through along the rail, opened up with a gaudy buyer of 69 and 110 and 1. Throw out the slop. This horse is going to be poised from the outside. And Destiny Over Fate, the 6, is another horse. I like the debut. This is a little quirky horse to ride. Lasix goes on. This is a late-breaking Lasix move for Lacey Gaudet's runner. The 6, Destiny Over Fate, draws a little further outside. Took some play against our Super Freak. Needs a clean trip. This horse looks like a difficult horse to ride, but I've got the drills, the offspring of drill, 1-2.
I'm hoping Olive Cat can get a kind of a nice rating trip on the outside, sit 2nd or 3rd. She got to the front a little early last out and had to take a bunch of pressure and didn't like the slop. Now she gets a beautiful outside post with Virgo Lynch aboard today. That's a nice rider change. She's worked well since that last race. A nice 5 furlong workout when that was the last Monday right here at Laurel Park. So I think the 3 Olive Cat sitting on a big effort and poised for maybe to try to pull off the upset of Workaholic. I do use the 1. I go 3 deep on my pick 5 here. I go 1, 138. I didn't use the 6, Destiny Over Fate, but Lacey, she hasn't done anything wrong recently.
No, she has. And like I said, the debut, even with all the trouble, was strong. I know the buyer wasn't that strong, but the way that visually the horse overcame it and was too clear of Belial in that race, and just the last time had a ton of trouble pretty much every step of the way into the turn and then backed up. So they're going to give it one more try, and the Lasix goes on the 6, Destiny Over Fate.
All right, so a real nice allowance race for 2-year-old fillies to kick off the late daily double in race 8, the 9th and final race. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 9, claiming 16,003 and up. A wide open 16,000 claimer. A bunch of nice horses in here. Engelhart is going to have your heavy favorite. Joy Drive looks awfully tough here with Trevor McCarthy, 5-year-old son of Quality Road. Has a win here at Laurel Park. 5 for 6 in the money here at Laurel Park. Just an okay 4th last out, but that was up at Belmont for 16,000. That's probably the bottom up there at Belmont. That was late September. Still a strong 79 buyer. Based on the buyers this horse has been running, getting a class relief going against this group today.
I like the little freshening out of a key race. Back to Laurel Park, a track he's had some success. What is he, 5 for 6 in the money with a win, and you break it all down unless the old Iredell shows up and shows the speed. Maybe the Kurt Fox with the blinkers on. I think if Trevor is aggressive, he wants to go grab the lead, he can go ahead and control it, and this horse will fight you up on the front end.
The 6, 10 Hut, I used 10 Hut's a 7-time winner at Laurel Parks, made almost 200,000 for Jerry Robb. Xavier Perez will ride. This horse a good second last out going a mile. That was against 12-5 claimers, so we're stepping up a little bit here. The 6, 10 Hut's probably going to be coming late, and I used the 1 Grecian Prince, Katie Davis, on this horse for trainer Hugh McMahon. This horse getting a little drop today, didn't run very well at all last out against a other than Allowance Company at Delaware.
Right.
Before that was going against some heavyweights here at Laurel against 2 other than Company. So he's going to have to do a lot better than how he ran last out.
No doubt. 10 Hut, you got to love a horse like that. He just tries every time you send him out. Will make his steady run from the back of the pack. The 3, Apollodor Damasco, Di Damasco, however you want to pronounce it. I've got reported first time gelding. The blinkers go on. We're going to go off the claim. This is a horse that he's run some bigger races in the past. It's made all the change that he needs to jump up and pull a minor upset.
All right, so a salty group of open 16,000 claimers there in race 9. Good luck in all your live will pays going into the 9th and final race. Come on out here, enjoy some live horse racing. Bruin Bourbon Classic, that's underway. It started at 12 o'clock. Our first race post coming up at 12:30. Dave Rodman's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.